Okay, so what this is about is yesterday we had permission to go to a place that might have been built in about 1935. We weren't sure the exact date in Lake Elsinore. So we go over there, Steve, Randy, myself, Greg. As soon as we get there, all of a sudden everything changes. Some woman there, I don't know if it's a guy's wife or whatever, she decides she doesn't want anybody metal detecting. So that took care of our whole morning. That's what we were going to do, all excited, because it had an old water tower and everything. Who knows? We don't know how old that was behind the house. So we thought, oh, well, we're going to go to a concert later that day in L.A., so we didn't have a whole lot of time, but thought, well, let's go over to one of our old places, this old schoolyard property. The last 2 or 3 times we've been there, I don't think we found anything. So we went over there, and I think I found just a couple copper memorials. Steve found a Wheatie. I don't think Randy found anything. And Greg stayed after we left. I think he found 5 Wheaties altogether in a newer coin. The reason I'm telling you this, I had the video and everything, and it all somehow mysteriously disappeared, except for the last scene where we're driving away and we're yelling at Greg. So I'll put that up after this. You'll see it. But so I'll also put up little clips from the concert. We went to this guy named Marty Wilson Piper from the Australian group The Church. They had that hit Under the Milky Way Tonight a few years back. So it was a real good concert. We were just like, 5 feet from the stage, something like that. That was pretty good. And so I'll put a couple of clips of that. And maybe a clip of my favorite show, The Detectorists from the UK. Put a clip of that up there. And now I'm just going back to the schoolyard just for a few minutes. Don't count on finding anything at all. But if I found one coin, if there's one left after we all went over there yesterday, then Greg hung around and he might have got the last coin in the whole place. I don't know. But I'll take a look before it starts raining again. I'm just going by myself because this is going to be a real brief visit, and my car's filled up with junk anyway. There's no room for anybody anyway. And I'll probably stick a little clip on from the other day. I wasn't going to put it, but I'll stick it on there from just doing some of the lower areas at Rattlesnake Hill, Good Hope Mine, but we call it Rattlesnake Hill. I didn't find anything. Well, I'll stick it on there. You can see how not to find something. Well, I thought I'd go for a few minutes to a section on Rattlesnake Hill that I probably haven't been to for a couple of years. See if there's anything there at all. Probably not. But I just had to go solo because I got my car filled up with a bunch of stuff, so there's no room for anybody but me. So just go for a few minutes. It's kind of hot out here. Okay, I may not do too much just because normally there aren't any weeds here, or at least they're not this high. And normally this time of year all the snakes wouldn't be out, but it's been 85 for a couple weeks now, so probably the rattlesnakes are out. And they can hide very easily in this grass. I don't have any snake guards on, so I'm going to try a little bit, but I got to be super careful. Slight chance this might be something. Is that a piece of metal there? Yep, there we go. It's nothing. Could possibly be a nickel. Nope, something else. Okay, if I find one coin, I'll be surprised. Because this place, since we started coming here a few years ago, it's been probably hit by hundreds of people. And I'm just working my way back to the car. I don't think I'm going to find anything on this trip. I'm using the Fisher F2 today for a change of the small coil. I think the batteries are going dead on my Minelab. I've got my Garrett with me. I'll just switch over to it. Yeah, it's more like it. Okay. Oh, feels like trash. Possibly. Yeah, it's probably going to be an aluminum can. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, if you want to see what Greg found yesterday, I don't know if he shows what we found. I don't think so, but go to his video, Greg Vittoria, Vittoria, and you'll see the Wheaties again. Yeah, I didn't find anything today. Of course, I just stayed a few minutes, so there could still be something there. If it rains real hard, might come back. It'll enhance the soil as far as the reading on it goes.
Definitely still something in there.
I knew it. It's a piece of shrapnel. I can feel it.
Well, meter's saying small bronze coin, possibly Georgian, but it's a bit of an iffy signal.
Yeah, doctors are refusing to believe me. Reckon I'm making a fuss.
How's it feel?
Nah, it's not too bad.
Well, I was lucky I was wearing my triple weave combat protectives.
You were quite away from the crater.
Yeah, blew me about 40 foot.
Were you running?
No, it was the blast.
So, when'd you get out?
Couple of days. They want to make sure that the cuts aren't infected.
Well, they better get the shrapnel out. Can't go detecting with metal in your leg. You get a signal every other step.
That's why Barry Sheen had to call it a day.
Okay, we're at a place called Genghis Kohan. Kind of a strange name. It's got Steve, Randy, myself, and we're going to go see that guy over there in a minute, a few minutes. That's playing the guitar with his back to us. His name's Marty Wilson Piper, formerly of the Australian group The Church. So we're going to be watching him and his band.
saturated, wet with your tears. You spilled so decently. In reflection, I see you again. Approach me, slug me. Cause it's here, it's where the air is clear. The far of things can be climbed in. No repairs are needed, just hey. Suitcase like a hungry mouth to feed, and I'm wondering, will I see you? It seems my suitcase runs out.